All right. Welcome to another edition of the Signatures and Finisher podcast with the baby background, baby.
There's a lot of
I'm
stuff
your
going on
host.
over here, so kind
I'm
of
your
kind of
host.
stuck on the iPad doing it in the nursery today.
That's your host, Daredevil J. Little Daredevil J will be on the way in less than 4 weeks.
Yeah, like 2.5, 2-2, provided she doesn't come early.
That's right. And I'm your host, DS. Well, as you can tell, we don't got no background today because string yards on that bullshit, but that's for another day, another time. Not saying I hate StreamYard. I love you guys. Y'all fucking up some
At
shit.
least we get the option to have backgrounds with StreamYard, unlike Rumble.
Ah. And just like my headphones, just fucking up shit.
I mean, as long as you stay in the picture this time, makes me
Oh yeah,
feel.
yeah, yeah. That's the goal of the day is not to do a black man disappearing act. Okay. I didn't go out and get milk last week or a pack of cigarettes or some weed.
Left to go get milk, didn't come back.
I came back, you just couldn't see me. I was like, you know, I was there in spirit. I was like, I was there in spirit.
You make me
I
feel
could
some sort of
talk to
way when I'm
you.
the only one on camera, and then I'm like, now the pressure's on. People are just staring at me.
Yeah, I was just chilling in the background, man. I was background noise. And I was
You got it
background
easy. You
noise.
just got to talk. Like I have to like. People are like looking at me. I'm like, what do I do with my hands? Like,
Yeah, he couldn't give me the baseball signals.
whatever this thing is.
You
And
gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But hey, make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share our show because we kind of like y'all. So we want y'all to continue to watch it on because we actually gain some more views. So keep watching, keep supporting the show, and make sure you don't make fun of Jamie putting this baby nursery together. So
hey, if we get more views on this show, then we'll do a what baby toys does Jamie have edition. This we'll do a quick one. For some reason, my wife thought it was a good idea to get a fishing pole for a newborn that, she's not going to touch this thing for like 9 months, but we got it now.
I think that was more for me because I'm gonna show the baby how to fish.
You know, fly fish? Come over, fly fish with the baby?
I mean, it's possible, man. I can probably do that.
Okay, well, when you get up here next, I'm going to expect this in your hand.
Hey,
Show
no
the baby
problem,
how to
man.
fly fish because I don't know how to fish.
You don't know how to
My role of
fish.
fishing is get a stick of dynamite, throw it in, and see what happens.
Ah, man, that was ages ago. They don't do that no more.
Seem to be far more effective and a lot more time sensitive to do it that way.
Well, if you throw a stick of dynamite in there, you're gonna kill more than just a fish.
As long as it's edible.
Looks like I'll be teaching two people how to fish at some point.
I've caught one fish in my whole life, and it was on accident.
Hey, man.
And it was like 4 inches. So.
Hey, it's a fish. That's all that matters.
Something here with the fingers. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a fish. It's a fish. So let's start with the good thing about pro wrestling because Raw sucked today. It was boring. I don't want to start with something boring. Let's start with something exciting because I got to say, I am shocked by this result, but it's a long time coming. WWE pulled the trigger. Drew McIntyre's the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He beat Cody Rhodes in 3 stages of hell. And if you've seen our thumbnail, Jamie hasn't seen it yet. He'll see it. It was Drew McIntyre sleeping with the title. It's Drew McIntyre sleeping with the title. And it's a long time coming. I mean,
The sad part is all the reports came out, and Cody even talked about it. He's been pitching losing the title to Drew since WrestlePalooza, and Triple H is the one that's been saying no this entire time. I think it was on, I saw it on WrestleVotes or No DQ or one of them. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I saw it on Saturday. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been pitching it himself to drop the title, and they've been sticking it on him this entire time.
The WWE got a issue with not listening to some of their wrestlers about a good idea. Hey, I think this might be a good idea. I lose it to Drew and let Drew have a good run, because Drew has been so far, in my opinion, the MVP of the WWE.
Hey, that might be better.
Hey, that might be better.
That might be better. Just harder to hold. I'm never doing this on the iPad as long as I can help it. Extreme circumstances. It's commitment to the show.
Yes. Just like this template.
Yeah, screw it. I have to hold it the whole time doing that. Okay. We're good.
Yeah, so we got me, you, and this nice little template with our logo right here and picture you and me.
I appreciate the pillow that is the WWE title.
Me too.
But no, the fact that it took them that long to put the title on them is bothersome, because it just shows how safe they want to play it. Like, you had to wait until SmackDown was getting its worst ratings period before you wanted to move the title off of Cody.
Yeah, and it also goes back to it goes past back to WrestlePalooza. We had said this when they at SummerSlam. You could have had Drew McIntyre versus John Cena. You got a true heel versus a face, and you didn't really have to. Cody Rhodes didn't really have to need. He didn't need the title at that time. And if you just done Drew versus John Cena with Drew going over, SmackDown ratings might be a lot better than it is right now.
Couple problems. The biggest heel you have in the company is Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Second closest you have is Gunther.
Yes.
Gunther is struggling right now to gain any real heat.
Yeah.
To the point that AJ Styles has to be the aggressor. Your babyface is being the aggressor in a new rivalry, a new feud, because Gunther can't talk. I love Gunther. He's one of my favorites. But he needs Ludwig to come back. And if you're not going to give him Ludwig, you got to give him somebody that fits with his character that can do the talking for him. It's the only way right now. And I don't even think it's something that he is doing wrong. It's more of his style of speaking doesn't translate well to the American audiences. So the things that he thinks are impactful that he's saying really aren't impactful. They just kind of make him look like a clown. Drew doesn't have that problem. And Drew goes on an emotional level when he's in a feud with somebody, whether it's breaking the bracelet from CM Punk, burning the picture of Dusty Rhodes, which we all know was a duplicate, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But doing things like, they've got to have Gunther doing things like that to build actual heat. Calling somebody a bitch ain't going to do anything for anybody. And if Joe Tessitore could stop saying little B all the time, if he can't say the word, he's scared to say the word, have Corey Graves say the word, have Wade Barrett say the word, I don't care. It just can't be Joe Tessitore. Because that just totally derails any seriousness of, he called him a little B. But, come on. But with Drew, the other big problem I have is, why couldn't Drew win clean? You had to scapegoat it to safeguard Cody that, he lost it due to a Jacob Fatu interference. And Jacob Fatu going full-blown on Cody Rhodes like that didn't make any sense either. It made no sense.
Do you think they're setting up that angle where somebody attacked it Jacob Fatu and put him out for some months, and maybe they're saying Cody Rhodes did it?
I mean, they could try and do that, but if they are, they better have a real good pre-recorded vignette or something to play, because the fact that he came in and went right after Cody or right after Drew would say that he knows Drew's the one that hit him and that he only attacked Cody because Cody got in his way and like grabbed him from behind or whatever. But even then, for him to go full-blown beating up Cody to cause Drew to win doesn't make any sense. They're saying that Cody's going to come back as a heel. That would be ideal. So if that means Jacob's going to be a face and that's going to be the feud, what are you going to be doing with Drew in the meantime?
I mean, they got open possibilities with Drew. I mean, he can battle Jacob, of course. He can go after Randy Orton, of course. Sami Zayn, Matt Cardona. Because Drew is champion, he's a heel. It opened up possibilities for everyone else to get to feud with.
Well, that's what I'm saying is with Jacob, are you going to have him go right after Cody? What are you going to have him do? Because you put him in the middle of both. And if it's going to be a bunch of triple threat matches between them, I don't need any more Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes matches.
I don't think we're going to get any more of those matches. Actually, somebody had threw out a theory out there, and nobody was happy with this one. What about if Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble again? I'm like, no. Then what changed?
No. I would rather see Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble than Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble.
Me too. And look, you know I'm on that bandwagon. I want to see Sami versus Drew because Sami never beat Drew. They never finish up their story. Drew talks about how Sami can't beat him, so it makes more sense to me for that to happen. Or you can always go in the route of, I like this one, but maybe Randy Orton. But I'm tired of seeing Randy and Drew. But you can have one last match between these two guys.
I'm over it.
Just like I'm over, I don't want to see Drew or Damian Priest because we've seen that.
I'd rather LA Knight get moved over to SmackDown and see some LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre. I'd be perfectly fine with.
You know, the one guy I was hoping that I get moved to SmackDown, but he's going to debut on Raw whenever they let everybody know. I'd love to see Obafemi against Drew McIntyre over there on SmackDown.
I would love that, but he needs some time. Like, I don't want them to push him too fast. I don't think it would do him a whole lot of good if he gets pushed way too fast.
No, but it still though it to me it'll be one of those. It doesn't have to be for the title. I just kind of want to see something different. Let's see where Oba is right now. Is he right there? Should he be in the main event even now, or should they just take their I don't want to say take their time because they'll be when they take their time, they move like snails. But maybe just see where he at right now. Just see where he at. How close is he?
I mean, with Oba, I wouldn't mind him being a double champ. Like taking him that route and letting him actually have a couple months of having, the US title and the heavyweight title, or the WWE title or heavyweight title, whichever way it goes. I wouldn't mind him being a dual champ because they haven't had one of those in a while. And I'm not talking, the undisputed champ with the Roman Reigns having the heavyweight title and the WWE, but like two different belts. I think that would be something that would get him off to a hot start. Because giving one of the new guys a belt, that's fine. It is what it is. But having him actually hold two belts for a while would make something of a significant mark for him. Yeah. The problem is when you get a guy like an Obafemi, you can't have him go against Gunther. Because if he dominates Gunther, you just lost one of your biggest heels. And that's where WWE's booked themselves into a problem. They don't have enough good heels. They've got some guys that kind of bounce in between, like the Usos right now, or in between. They can go either way at any time. That's not necessarily a good thing. It means you haven't really done a good job establishing their character of either being a heel or a face. But you really only have Gunther and Drew McIntyre. I mean, the My Family Tree thing, like, I don't think anybody actually takes that seriously. No. It's only a matter of time before Solo goes out on his own. I think it would be better for everybody if Solo went off on his own and let Tama run that group. I think they would be a much better group with Tama in charge and Solo doing his own thing. If Solo goes and does his own thing, though, he's going to turn into the new R-Truth. That's just realistically what's going to happen. Because R-Truth ain't long for WWE with John Cena gone now.
I kind of think we got a blueprint of who Solo would be if he wasn't part of the group, the MFTs. And when he was in NXT, that's who he was. He was the street champion. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
I think he'll convert right back to that. He would have it'd be no reason him to be with Roman or his brothers. I just think Solo would be just like his name. He'll be Solo, and he'll convert back to that style.
They'll bring back the 24/7 title, just like our little picture right here with the green belt, and he could be the 24/7 street champ. That's the worst title in history.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Wrestling Reporter Side podcast of Daredevil J. That's who it is, ladies. We had
Raw sucked.
Yes, Raw sucked real bad.
Like, it's not even worth talking about. It's better to talk about SmackDown. The one thing I want to congratulate WWE on is the fact that the Damian Priest, Aleister Black feud seems to be done.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Not that I dislike either wrestler, but like that wasn't going anywhere. Neither guy had a title. There was nothing of value being put up anywhere. Why do I look so old? What? I look like an angry Russian. What did you do to me?
Wow. You're not angry, bro. You're undercover at a wrestling event.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to look like when I age another 25 years.
Yeah.
67-year-old Jamie with not fully gray hair. I'll take it.
Yeah, remember, full set of hair, still blonde, brown, whatever color.
Brown. I don't know. I got like my hair is like brown and blonde. I don't know. It's terrible. But yeah, having that feud be done. Hopefully Damian Priest disappears for a while. Aleister Black will probably just go into purgatory.
He don't need to. In fact, I will put it out there that maybe because of the type of faction they were in, maybe at some point Aleister Black and Damian Priest can be a team along with Selena Vega.
They would be perfect in a group together. And that's the part that kind of bothered me with the whole thing is like their characters already kind of go down that same route together. You bring Rhea Ripley over, you've got a perfect group. You've got women's tag team champions, you've got tag team champions, two guys that could float into the mid card. See, you look somewhat normal. You look like, oh God, I can't think of his name. Who's the little midget black guy from Bad Santa?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's who you look like.
It's
like him with a mix of Hannibal Buress.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Keep talking, bro. Keep talking.
You throw these things up there and expect me not to see them.
I understand that part, but he said, well, once you threw it out there, you look like the midget from Bad Santa. It's like, you said I look like Tony Cox?
Yeah, it's Tony Cox and Hannibal Buress. You're like the offshoot of them.
Wow. Let my wife know that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know it's cool.
But no, you got a perfect faction sitting right there with just those four.
Yeah.
You've got women's tag team champs, men's tag team champs, people that could all float. Zelina, not so much, just because they never push her, but you've got four people that can float upper mid card to main event level. Zelina could if they gave her any sort of a push. I don't know if it's they just hate that she's that short or what. I don't know. But they don't ever want to give her any shot at doing anything.
That just I don't think it's a short part.
I mean, I don't either, but
I mean, hey, this is Triple H we talking about. He is that type of person. But yeah, that's a perfect group right there. It fits. It fits. I mean, you could say these four can be the new Judgment Day or a spinoff of the Judgment Day.
I mean, none of them are really affiliated with the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day just needs to disappear. I mean, JD McDonough's out for who knows how long. Finn's off doing his own thing. Raquel's doing her own thing. Like, the only real semblance of the Judgment Day that's together are Roxanne and Liv. That's it.
And that's not even good.
Exactly. It's not that they're not doing good, but it's not like they're doing anything to advance the Judgment Day story in any way. Just drop it.
Yeah. We can only wish for them to make Breeze and Aleister Black. Look, it could be Aleister Black, old faction when he went AEW, the House of Black.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, Aleister Black. If you want to bring in another guy, that's fine. Well, Selena Vega, this will work. It would work way like
Ray Phoenix. If you changed his ring attire just slightly, like the colors, like leave the mask, leave everything, just change the color, he'd fit in with that group. Ray Phoenix
with the House of Black.
Yeah, he'd fit right in. Just change the color of his ring attire. But he would make up a good WWE needs to have an X Division title. That's just what it is. They need something the equivalent of the X Division.
They did. It was called the Cruiserweight.
Yeah, and it was great when they had it, and then they got rid of it. And again, I get it. You don't want to restrict it to a certain weight limit, whatever. Give it a name like the X Division. You know, X Division was the Cruiserweights at first, and then it morphed into, well, Samoa Joe's in there now, and things like that. Make it its own thing. It doesn't necessarily have a weight limit, but it's a different style of wrestling. When you're seeing that, you know you're seeing like a different type of wrestling, more luchador, more aerial focused kind of thing. Something.
Right.
I also say they need to have, just like AAA, the mixed tag team titles. You've got more than enough. You've got Damian Rhea. You've got Aleister Black, Zelina. You've got, oh my God, I'm drawing blanks on them now. Ethan Page and Chelsea, or Matt Cardona and Chelsea. You've got all these different options that you could be using. It's just a wasted opportunity. God, I look so old.
Hey, Sol Ruka and Randy Orton.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you look kind of younger in this photo than compared to the other photo I posted. Because the other photo, you
I
had
look
the
like
microphone.
A bulldog.
Hey
There's
man,
some jowls. Like,
hey man, you all business.
I mean, I am. But...
And it's actually, you know, you got a background here with posters in the locker, so you know what I'm saying. Like, this shit is working for you, man.
I'll take it.
I know. So yeah, you know what, Jamie? What we're doing right now, we're being too creative for the WWE.
100%.
100%. So why are we being so creative? I just want to put this out here. You're looking for writers for your wrestling company, hire DS Walking Daredevil J. I'm just putting it out there. All right,
they got Ryan Ward now. Ryan Ward is their end all be all. He's going to solve all their problems. Who apparently has worked there for months at least, and the product was still at that stage. But you basically promoted him and expect the show is going to be different somehow.
Yeah.
Even though Triple H still has final say.
Yeah, somewhere somebody's sitting in their backyard with nice weather drinking lemonade. Freddie Prinze somewhere out there laughing right by now. But
Yep.
Raw took place in Germany today, and I just want to put that out there that we love Germany, and shout out to everyone in Germany. You know, we love y'all very much. We appreciate you guys. Unfortunately, we feel sorry for you guys because Triple H gave y'all probably one of the most boringest Raws.
Well, that's the thing is they had their anniversary show to float the numbers for Netflix, make them happy. Now let's go back to doing what we do. Just be boring. Be boring. The less we provide and can keep the ticket prices high, the better it is for everybody.
I mean, my guy Jamie here with the neon lights background inside of a wrestling ring is more exciting than this boring ass Raw that we watched today. Now, don't get me wrong, the main event was good. The CM Punk promo with Finn Balor, I enjoyed that. That was good. The women tag team match, it was okay. I enjoyed Javon Evans came out, made his debut on Raw. The way this young man wrestles is very exciting. But other than that, I mean, Raw was boring. I mean, how many times have we seen Braun Breaker lose his mind, attacks people, spear, gets cussed out by Adam Pearce, thrown out by Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce put his hands on him. Paul Heyman, whatever excuse he got. How many times have we seen that already?
Yep. I told you I'm not in the Braun Breaker camp. Like they're doing way too much with him when there's not enough substance there.
It's like the way they're booking Braun, the way they're using Braun Breaker right now. I'm just not feeling it. The man just lost to CM Punk. Yes, he should be angry. Yes, he should be kicking everybody's ass. But we've seen that already. How many times are we going to see Braun Breaker lose a title match? He gets pissed off, kicks everybody ass. Sometimes we're going to see that. We've seen that. We've seen he lost IC title. We've seen that before he lost IC title. We've seen him and Adam Pearce get into it already. We see him, Adam Pearce, and Paul Heyman get into it already. We've seen that already. You got to do something different.
My question is, when is Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce going to get back in a wrestling ring?
Hey, come on, man. You know they ain't going to let that happen.
I mean, Aldis, I think, will happen. Pearce has made it pretty clear he's retired. But, like, even for a story perspective, when you look at the two shows, Aldis, they show, like, a level of respect to. Like, when Aldis says something, people are like, okay. Adam Pearce, they just treat like a lackey. Besides that one rant that Cody Rhodes had where it's you work for me, and then you see Cody playing scared the following week. Like, the Cody Rhodes thing has just been atrocious. And a lot of it is his fault. But Adam Pearce, they just treat like a lackey. Like, the entire locker room runs over him on, like, every segment. You know, for a while, I thought they were going to start maybe building a story where Pearce was going to get fired. Because if you remember, like, a year ago, Raw was basically chaos all the time. Bronson Reed was beating up everybody, putting them through cars and everything. He had, like, no control over the show. And I'm like, maybe they're building to an angle where he gets fired. And he's got to somehow wrestle or something to, like, save himself. Just did absolutely nothing with it. And it's back to, it's kind of chaos all the time where SmackDown is kind of the opposite. Aldis says something, everybody's like whimpers away like a puppy, and that's it.
Except for Cody.
Except for Cody, that 1 week. That 1 week only.
Yeah. Now, I did thought that Nick Aldis was going to step in the ring because after he took that RKO from Randy Orton, I felt that was the last straw. And he looked like that he wanted to whoop on Randy. He wanted to get back in the ring and hurt Randy. I don't understand why they didn't let him. That would be one of the best storylines on SmackDown if they allowed that to happen.
I really don't think he's done either, though.
I
think he's got a run in him, and I think they're just waiting for something. But him versus Randy Orton would be one of the best things you got going on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. I would not be surprised if they do a draft where Ava gets drafted to be general manager on SmackDown, and that leaves Nick Aldis to step in the ring and do this one last run. Because you can tell the man got the juice. You can tell how excited he is when he get back in the ring. And you can tell how dying he's ready to get back in the ring. If you're Nick Aldis and you've been SmackDown Junior Manager, and you see these guys day in, day out, and you probably already picked their weakness and how you can beat them. Come on, man. And this man never officially retired.
I would love Nick Aldis to get back into the ring and Teddy Long to take a spot. Teddy Long as a GM was still one of my favorite things. Teddy Long was great as the GM for SmackDown.
Yeah, he was great, but now Teddy Long is old, my guy.
I know he's old.
Some new blood in there. He needs some new blood. I think
part of the problem with WWE is there's a ton of new blood and not enough old blood to get these guys. I mean, look at back when The Undertaker said something, made fun of them for playing video games in the locker room, and they all started crying about, oh my God, at least we're not bringing guns into the locker room. Like, that was their response. Nobody had done that shit in like 20 years. Harley Race was like the last one.
Now,
it's not like Gilbert Arenas just shooting his teammates or some shit in the locker room. Or himself.
Gilbert just brought some gun. He ain't shoot his teammate. He just brought a gun to the locker room.
Because
him and the guy, they both brought guns in the locker room. They was about, confront each other. It wasn't have no true shootout. Unfortunately, that teammate he brought a gun in. That teammate is serving about 20 to 30 years in prison right now. So
it's funny.
Javaris Crittenton.
It's funny how that works out.
Yeah, I know. The only part of Raw that I actually enjoy was the promo of the Judgment Day when Raquel and Liv went in the back and Finn was playing video games, and she was like, Finn, what are you doing? He said, what do you mean what I'm doing? She was like, me and Roxanne going for the women's tag team titles. Raquel on her own is going for the women's championship. What are you doing? You said you want to carry the Judgment Day on your back. It was like Liv Morgan was calling out Finn Balor. Kind of felt that way. I
mean, they're setting up for tearing the Judgment Day down at some point when they decide to do it.
Setting that up for like
I know years. That's the problem. It's been going on for a year. They just, again, don't pull the trigger on anything because we might change our minds. The Judgment Day isn't doing anything. I'm so sick of talking about the Judgment Day because they don't do anything.
No. I don't like talking about them, but I am a Finn Balor fan, and I love
Finn Balor. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
I've been praying.
I want him out of there so he
can
do something.
Right, and when she said that, out of the clear blue, Finn comes down to confront CM Punk, and he gets the title shot next week in Ireland, his home country and his home city.
WWE loves making people lose their home countries. They love it.
Yeah, I know they do.
I mean, how many times did Drew lose in Scotland? Like, every time it's a main match, they're like, hey, Drew, you're losing. Don't even ask. You're losing.
Yeah. And you know what? And they return the favor by, hey, he went to Glasgow, Scotland, and got a hero's welcome with the title. Hey, Drew, this is the house show. You're going to have the title. You got this, bro. You got this.
Yeah, you get it on a house show. Nobody's going to see
you got this on the house show. You're not going to lose. You're not going to lose. We're going to make sure of that.
I mean, look at what what Finn Balor said about the Demon on whichever show it was recently. Just
Cody Rhodes,
WWE under the bus.
Podcast.
Yeah, on Cody Rhodes show. Just throwing WWE under the bus. Like, I don't want to do it anymore because I would do it to psych myself up, this and that. It's something fun for the fans. WWE wants to make stories out of it and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Whenever he used to dress up as the Demon, if you paid attention, you knew it was a guaranteed win for Finn Balor. That was just kind of like the mystique about it, and that's what made it great. Yeah. Then WWE gets their hands on it. Last 2 times, 2 or 3, might have been 3 times.
Ever since he lost to Roman as the Demon, he lost 2 more matches as the Demon.
Yeah, he's
Actually,
lost
matter of fact, he
last 3
lost
matches.
twice to Roman as the Demon. Then he lost to Edge as the Demon.
Yeah. Last 3 times he dressed up as a demon, he's lost. And he's like, yeah, they've tried to make a character out of it. It's not meant for that.
Yeah. And he went on to say that the WWE made it a point to where they made the Demon more important than him. So it's kind of like, why? So that's why you don't see it. That's why you won't see the Demon. Unless Finn Balor decides to bring him back, you're not going to see the Demon in the WWE no time soon. In fact, I won't be surprised if you would ever see the Demon.
Oh, you will once he gets out of WWE.
Yeah.
Finn Balor is not somebody I think is going to allow himself to retire as the WWE is his final destination. He would go back to Japan second.
No. And, he has said something else during this interview. They was talking about the Bullet Club and he was grateful for the Bullet Club. He's honestly, he thanked everyone who's part of the Bullet Club. He made something special. Cody Rhodes asked me, even Gallows, he's like, hey, Gallows played a big part, and he went on off record and said this, like, Gallows is missed in the WWE locker room.
I believe it.
Just throwing it out there that Finn Balor said that on Cody Rhodes' podcast that Luke Gallows is fairly missed in that WWE locker room.
I believe it. One of the biggest missed opportunities that they've had is how did you not put AJ and Finn in a group together? No, Bullet Club arguably is the second biggest faction in the history of wrestling.
Yeah, it's not him and AJ. It's how you didn't put all 4 guys on the same show together.
True.
And it kind of goes back to what I said a long time ago when it comes to WWE and Triple H or WWE Vince McMahon. They don't respect what guys did outside of WWE.
No.
If you're not part of, if you didn't have that success with them, they don't care about your resume, your legacy outside of WWE. They don't give a damn about it.
Tons of examples of that. Sting. Vince McMahon. Oh, who's Sting? Like, you don't know who Sting is. Shut up. Your entire life is wrestling and you don't know who Sting is. Right. Shut up. I don't care.
Right. And
Paul Heyman, another perfect example. They never referred to a Paul Heyman guy if it wasn't a WWE guy that became a Paul Heyman guy. Undertaker was a Paul Heyman guy. People don't realize that. Back in 91, who was Undertaker's manager? Paul Heyman in WCW.
Yeah, and everybody can sit here and say, well, Triple H was tapped in the Indies. He was, and he 100% still is tapping to the Indies. But that doesn't mean that he cares about what they did on the Indies. That doesn't mean that he cares about their resume on the Indies. Finn Balor was never on the Indies.
They keep their eye on the Indies to steal ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the lawsuit that they're getting sued for Roman Reigns' entire
theme. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. And look,
and I saw the original video. It is not a good look for WWE because they stole the whole thing.
No. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna probably work something out of court, settlement out of court, and these guys gonna get the money that the guy or guys gonna get the money that they deserve.
Hmm?
Finn Balor resume in Europe, it can compete with anybody you can name of. His resume is way better than Seth Rollins. His resume is better than Roman Reigns. His resume is on par with some of the tops in this industry and some of the top wrestlers. In fact, if you want to name some of these top wrestlers, I mean, majority of them came from New Japan. And if you look at both wrestling companies, some of the top wrestlers came from New Japan.
Well, it's like when you're talking about AEW and the whole we're the best wrestle. AEW might have a more athletic roster. I'll give you that. Like, you've got Ricochet, Will Ospreay alone. Those two alone are going to almost outdo everybody on the WWE roster in just pure athleticism. You've got like Javon Evans, and then you're kind of hard pressed for a number 2 after that for WWE. But in terms of just being a pure wrestler, you've got AJ Styles and Finn Balor, legit 2 of the absolute best wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
And you do nothing with either of them.
No.
And it's not like Undertaker where it's I'm still here, but I'm well past my prime. AJ's almost 50 and can still go like he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
And you do nothing with him.
It was surprising to me is that the WWE gave Drew McIntyre the title, which he just well deserved, and they finally pulled the trigger. I remember when Finn Balor was fighting Seth Rollins all those times when Seth Rollins was champion. And if you look at that match, all those matches they had, I want to say maybe like about 3 of them. Finn Balor should won the championship. It's amazing how they pull the trigger for one because your ratings are low and you hit rock bottom compared to another guy where he was clearly better than your champion at that time. And everything you did for a couple of those matches, you teased it. It was building up to Finn Balor winning, but you didn't want to pull the trigger. Yep. So now we finna watch Finn Balor versus CM Punk. Ladies and gentlemen, we already know who's gonna win that match, and we know it's gonna be a great match. We know who's gonna win. It's the fact that the WWE like to sit here and tease us with Finn Balor, like, oh wait, we got him back in the main event scene. Yeah, for one match. What about the last 2-3 years? Where has he been? Why he has been in the main event scene? Oh, I know why. Because he's not one of your originals.
That, and even though we're a couple of years removed from it now, we're about 2 years removed from it, that Roman Reigns title run screwed up a lot of careers in WWE. A lot of opportunity that people could have been wrestling and been considered main eventers and this and that. And you had a title sitting on a guy that doesn't even wrestle.
But that was their choice. They did that now. We can't say, oh, we're just following what Vince left off. No.
I mean, that's 100% WWE's fault. That's Triple H's fault.
Yeah. No one didn't tell you to give Roman Reigns an extended 2-year run. We didn't say that. You decided to do that. Oh, it's good for the storyline. You could have had a good storyline with the bloodline without the titles. It's been a proven fact. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is not, the thing about the WWE is that they like to repeat history. The only problem is, Hulk Hogan was champion for those almost 5 years.
Dude was wrestling 4 or 5 times a week.
Right. Not only that, but the mid-card titles were hot. Everybody wanted to be the Intercontinental Champion.
Well, that's because
nobody had a problem.
Look at the people that were IC champ in the mid-'80s. Honky Tonk Man, which he was a great heel champion. He did his job very well. Macho Man, Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart, like top-tier guys that made the title something. Ultimate Warrior, before he became the heavyweight champ, probably the worst run of the IC title because he was terrible. But you had good feuds. Rick Rude made him look like $1 million. Like, you had legit guys in the mid-card that, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, probably all would have been heavyweight champ intermittently.
Right. But they also made the mid-card, they made the IC title what it is today. So, granted, yeah, Hulk Hogan stopped them from being world champion, but because they elevated the mid-card division, it made their resume that much better, and it made them Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even disagreeing. Macho Man Randy Savage should have been more champion. Had a championship more than he did during that time. Bret Hart should have been champion at WrestleMania. I think it was 8. He should have won the title then. In fact, he should have had a title more than that.
You're probably thinking of 9, but
9.
Close enough.
Honky Tonk Man should have been elevated to the main event scene back then. But hey, there was no room for him. I always kind of felt that if you're going to elevate Ultimate Warrior right now, I'm the Honky Tonk Man. Rick Rude should have been elevated. A lot of those
Ted
guys back
DiBiase
in the
never
80s.
the heavyweight champion when he was like your number one heel for years?
Who's that?
Ted DiBiase.
Ah, yeah. You should have just bought the championship.
I mean, there was a story. So Honky Tonk Man's actually talked about it numerous times that he's like, Ted DiBiase hates me because there was a whole thing that DiBiase was supposed to beat Hogan for the title. And it was during I think it was WrestleMania 6 when they did it was before the WrestleMania 6 tournament. Macho Man was supposed to beat Honky Tonk Man for the IC title. DiBiase was going to beat Hogan for the heavyweight title. Honky Tonk Man got pissed off about something. I don't remember what it is. You can actually Google the interview, and it's like a 20-minute interview. It's really good. But Honky Tonk Man got pissed off about something of the way the match was being planned out and basically just didn't acknowledge that Honky Tonk Man was even in the room. Elizabeth was there. Macho Man was there, and it was like they were talking to them and just left Honky Tonk Man out of it. He got pissed off, said he wasn't going to do the job. Because that happened, it then made them change the plans with DiBiase and Hogan. Didn't make them, but Vince chose to change the plans. And DiBiase, I guess, has held a grudge with him ever since because Honky Tonk Man decided not to do the job that night. It cost DiBiase his title run. And who knows what would have happened from there.
Yeah, who knows? But again, that was a Vince decision. Vince didn't have to. Could have went through it. Honky Tonk, you don't want to do it, fine. We'll find somebody else to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
And how simple is that? But back to Finn Balor. Finn Balor is one of those guys where, and I said this before, if he had never hurting his shoulder, things could have been different. If they would have had a proper storytelling when he fought Bray Wyatt, things would have been better. If Finn Balor would have just a proper run, I think the fans will have a different perspective of Finn Balor other than this guy looking like a mid-card level champion. That's my bone pick with the WWE with Finn Balor because he deserves better and more. However, I guess on a happy note, we did see the Alpha Academy for the first time. We seen Otis and Tajawa in Germany on Monday Night Raw in front of a camera for the first time, and God knows how long. So that's just telling me that Master Gable is coming back.
But the more important thing is how many people cared.
Nobody. Because you know why? How I know people didn't care? I barely heard some cheers coming from the audience when they posted that on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that because it was in Germany, that's why no one didn't say anything. No, I'm saying that because people in Germany know who Otis is, who knows who Alpha Academy is, and if this was done in the States, they would have still got the same response.
Yep.
Only led to Otis confronting Jey Uso and wanting a tag team title shot. Let me holler at Big Jim.
Because you haven't wrestled on WWE TV in like 8 months or something, and you just demand title shots. That's again why WWE is not going to do it because they don't want to say that they've ever taken anything from AEW. But you got to have some sort of like record system. These people coming in and, I punched the champ, so now I get a title shot, or I come in and I demand a title shot. Like, no. Does anybody want to see Tozawa and Otis versus the Usos? You talk about a snooze fest.
I already planned my nap for next week when that match comes.
Like, that would be please make that the main event, or please make that the opening match so I can either show up late or I can leave early.
Yeah, because if they show A-Ray in between, we got to sit and watch it.
I mean, you can hope for a pee break or going to get, a hot dog or something.
Hey, that'd be that time where how we all complain about the commercials. Hey, I need about 3 commercials right by now.
Just run them back to back to back.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Or Jay Uso, just run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Hey Jay, how many times run it back? One more time. All right. During the match? Yeah. All right. Run it.
when your biggest value to the company is that you can come out for your theme song, that's a problem. That's a problem. We're not going to wrestle. We're just going to come out, get in the crowd, and okay, we're done. Like, come on.
I did like that part where Maxine was showing a little intensity. She was like, "I'm gonna break your leg." And by the way, she is getting a rematch next Monday. She is about the only one who deserves a title shot because she gets a rematch. But that intensity right there, like I felt it. Like I felt her. Like she wanted her title back, and I just like, okay.
I mean, at least they're doing something with Maxine. There's a reason they're doing something with her.
Master Gable's coming back.
It's not even that serious. She's easy to look at on TV.
You basically just call Maxine eye candy.
I mean, the fact that she can actually wrestle helps, but go back to Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson couldn't wrestle at all and had how many titles? And why did she have them? Because she was easy on the eyes. I mean, you go back to like all the Divas champions, half of them couldn't wrestle at all.
No.
And that's part of why AJ Lee looked so good, because she could halfway wrestle at the time. So she was heads above everybody else in the division, where now she looks mundane at best.
Yes. I will say this, though. The WWE right now is building their stories to Saturday Night's main event on January the 24th. So I can say I do appreciate that part. They're building the stories to there, and they're making matches for that. But the one thing that we haven't seen, Jamie, is that no one has declared for the Royal Rumble yet. I guess it's going to be a surprise. I guess we'll get that the week of Saturday Night's main event.
When they were doing the day one pay-per-views, I was a big fan. Because it was like the definitive line in the sand of all the storylines are wrapped up. We're now day one, road to WrestleMania. This is when the storylines are going to get serious. You're going to know what's going on. And it was like a definitive path. They got away from that for whatever reason. Day one was like a perfect thing. Nobody does anything on New Year's Day. Everybody's hungover or they're tired from the kids being up all night, whatever. It's a perfect day to have one of those things on and just veg out to it. And like you said, nobody knows what's going on with the Royal Rumble. Haven't said anything about it. I mean, you're going to get your 5. I don't even want to say like surprise people now, because now that they got the whole partnership with TNA, it's going to be a couple TNA guys that are probably going to take some of the Hall of Famer spots, or, the good to see Godfathers once in a while or something like that. It's probably just going to be a couple TNA guys, just like they did with Jordan Grace and things like that before. But realistically, it's going to come down to your feel-good story of Sami Zayn. They'll probably put one of the Vision guys in there just so the announcers have some, what would happen if this person wins? What if Bronson Reed wins the Royal Rumble? And what if Braun Breaker's the champ at the time? Like, they'll do something like that to build up a little mystique to it. But chances of Sami winning are extremely high, especially now that Drew has the title.
Yes. So I'm always curious about what's next. What's going to happen next? Because to me, that's important. Like, what's going to happen next? We know that Drew's going to face the winner of the Fatal 4-Way at the Royal Rumble. That's going to actually, the Fatal 4-Way is going to take place in the main event. The following week, they'll fight Drew McIntyre for the title. And I'm always looking ahead because For me, I can't look back. Looking back to me is like looking everything back. I gotta look forward. I gotta see. I gotta see what's gonna be next for this champion, for this guy, for this wrestler. And I'm looking at these guys like Drew McIntyre is probably the only one right now who has some momentum that I like. I appreciate the debut of Javon Evans. I know he's gonna go out here. That's what's called it in the Royal Rumble. Javon Evans is the new Kofi Kingston, where he's gonna do something exciting and he's gonna do something spectacular, and he's gonna last a long time, and he's gonna get thrown out. Nothing against Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston does work his match in the Royal Rumble, but Javon Evans kind of gonna take that spot from him. What I am looking forward to is seeing this is me looking ahead. What are they gonna do with Logan Paul? Because I don't know if you've seen it, Jamie, over this past week. Logan Paul officially signed a full-time WWE contract.
John Cena's taking credit for it, but yeah.
Yeah, and you know what that means is that championship that we all say he's gonna win down the road, it might be happening a lot sooner than we think.
It's gonna happen a whole lot sooner because he's not gonna sign one of those without getting some instant gratification out of it.
Right. And since he's full time, not part time, not the same probably said at the time, Logan Paul is going to be around for a while. And if you guys don't think that Logan Paul won't be world champion or the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, think again.
I'm surprised he's signed right now, knowing how much money his brother just made to get his jaw broken. Like, you think he would have popped in one or two more boxing matches, but maybe he loves it that much. Can't blame him. But it's good because he is that talented. I don't have a problem with it at all. And I would be in a much happier state if we were talking Logan Paul versus CM Punk or something like that at Royal Rumble. Because Logan Paul has a lot more upside to me than Bron Breakker does. They keep talking about somebody that's, that's part of the problem I have is, Bron Breakker's taken to this business like nobody else. You're saying the same thing about Logan Paul. Like, what is it? And Logan Paul doesn't have a history of pro wrestling, like having your dad, your uncle, and everything else in there. Like, this is a guy that legit had to learn it in the last couple of years and has already had great matches. Every time I get on like I said on the last show, every time I kind of get on the Bron Breakker train, it's like an epic fail that I'm just like, yep, still not ready. Fall on your head. You can only fall on your head so many times before you really screw something up.
Right. So the last thing we're going to talk about is something that I think is important that a lot of us been anticipating. Chris Jericho. So we all know Chris Jericho contract expired on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, something like that at midnight. And he's a free agent. Now, what we don't know is that AEW added more time to his contract, or is he officially a free agent? Now, the rumor has it is that he's officially signed a WWE contract. But along those lines, Chris Jericho is very interested in working with TNA.
Uh-huh.
And if that is true, that's good for TNA, and that's good for WWE. And why it's good with TNA is because you have a big time icon, a former icon, superstar, Chris Jericho, who wants to work with your talent. You have a guy in the wrestling business, a veteran guy in the wrestling business, who wants to help enhance your talent and help with the talent and young talent at WWE. So that's pretty darn good. Yeah. If you were to end WWE. Now, we don't know if it's that true or not. We don't know when Chris Jericho's going to come back on TV. A lot of people predicting the Royal Rumble. Some people thought it was going to be this past. Well, hell, some people thought it was going to be tonight. Some people think it's going to be Thursday. Some people think it's going to be Wednesday. We don't know. So I guess this is going to be the guessing game, the waiting game on when Chris Jericho going to officially show up on TV. Me personally, if Chris Jericho did sign his WWE contract and if he gets the opportunity to work with TNA, man, that's a win-win. My book.
I don't see why he would have signed a WWE contract if he wants to work with TNA. Why not just sign a TNA contract? I mean, that would be a win for Chris Jericho because he'd be getting WWE money. But I can't see WWE, especially as money grubby and just as filthy as that company is now. Woo! Hey, now. That's what happens when you drop the iPad. I can't see WWE willingly signing him to a contract to then just go put him over on TNA.
Right. Now, I did pull something up, and this is totally different from what I said. Now, along those lines, AJ Styles will be at TNA on the 15th. Days. He will be there. TNA Impact is set to debut on AMC Network on Thursday, June 15th. And Andrew Badala of the Final Belt Media recently reported that Y2J is interested in working with TNA Wrestling for the first time in his 30-plus year career. There is a lot of smoke around this from what I'm gathering from people who are calling and texting me who would know that Chris Jericho is very interested in working with TNA. What a statement it would be for Chris Jericho shows up on the first episode of TNA on AMC. But Dad went on to say that he did not have direct. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase it because people on here. But Dad did not directly say that Jericho expected to be in Dallas, Texas for the show this Thursday, but he did theorize that it could be a possibility. He would then be available to wrestle this coming Saturday at TNA Genesis before making his return to WWE in time for the Royal Rumble. Again, this is all speculation. Also, it was said that LA Knight was reportedly scheduled to travel to Germany as of Sunday afternoon after missing several months of action due to shoulder surgery. Chad Gable is expected to be on television ahead of Royal Rumble. Also, all those fans of Chris Jericho is not expected to be on WWE Raw. Fans can still witness a return or two when the show goes live on a special 2 p.m. start time. So, in other words, LA Knight was in town in Germany, but he wasn't on TV. And Chad Gable will be back before the Royal Rumble. And Chris
LA
Jericho,
we just don't know Santos yet. Escobar. That's all.
Oh, they's back in catering?
Yeah. They're hanging out, at the catering, craft food service.
Where they at the grill position? All right, you guys coming up. Wait a minute. We changed our mind. We don't need you guys right now. Just go back to catering.
And the Jericho thing, being interested in working with TNA, of course he is. Because then he could say that he's one of the very few guys that worked for all of the major promotions. WCW, WWE, AEW, TNA. Like, not too many people have had that in their encompassing career. And he'd be able to say that he's done all that.
Right.
Especially if he would happen to win the TNA heavyweight title. The only thing that would have been missing was... Wait, did he win the... He never won the heavyweight title in WCW, did he?
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah, because he was still basically looked at as a cruiserweight over there. I know they tried to do the Goldberg feud, and Goldberg refused and all that kind of stuff that would have got him the title.
He got his ass kicked by that because of that.
Yeah. Jericho's the guy that you don't mess with. Like, that dude has no problem scrapping with anybody. I mean, he tried to beat up Brock Lesnar, beat up Bill Goldberg. Like, but as far as Jericho going to TNA, like, why would WWE sign him to then ship him over to TNA?
I would think it would probably be some on the lines of what they do with TNA. with NXT.
Yeah, but that's NXT talent. You're not going to sign Jericho to millions of dollars because Jericho's not coming over $500,000 a year. There's going to be $1 million in his paycheck, and they're not going to ship that over to TNA.
No. I think that if he is signed to WWE, I do believe that Chris Jericho will probably be featured on TNA sometime on some matches if they decided to do main roster talent for TNA and main roster talent for WWE. I could see Chris Jericho going over there sometimes, not all the time, sometimes over there work with TNA. Just like we're gonna see AJ Styles on there. So just imagine like if the WWE will allow AJ Styles more often to go on TNA, that might extend his career. That instead of like AJ is supposed to retire in February, you let AJ go work with TNA, that might extend his retirement probably up to WrestleMania or SummerSlam, like they want.
Maybe. I just don't see WWE paying out that kind of money and then letting him go and hang out in TNA. Because what if he wrestles a match at TNA and gets hurt? And it's a serious injury, especially 55, 56 years old.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We all hope. But you is right, though. It would make more sense if Chris Jericho's interested in TNA, working with TNA, he should just sign a TNA contract and probably just sporadically show up in the WWE like the Hardys did for the Royal Rumble and like Jordan Grace did for the Royal Rumble. Chris Jericho in the Royal Rumble in the WWE. Cool.
Yeah, because TNA is not going to have a problem sending you over to WWE. Right. WWE sending you over to TNA is going to be the problem.
Yeah. Who was it? Joe Henry. He fought Randy Orton at WrestleMania because Randy Orton asked for him and they made it happen. So, yeah.
Again, giant waste of time, but not my call.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at Shinsuke Nakamura. One of your greatest rivals retires and you can't even go to his match as like a final send-off because WWE won't let you go. Like, it would make sense for him to go to TNA. As much as he likes to go and take time off to play with Fozzy and all that kind of stuff, TNA would make sense because he's going to have that opportunity. WWE is not going to give you that opportunity.
No. I think the WWE should be able to should capitalize Chris Jericho on his relationships with other promotions because it makes more sense. Like Chris Jericho has a very good relationship with New Japan.
WWE thinks they're above everybody else. They don't need to look at any other promotions. They're perfectly fine taking talent from other promotions, but they don't want to view other promotions.
Yeah, but they need to start because I mean, it ain't like their promotions is running like a well-oiled machine. It ain't like they're putting out good content. So
now that TNA has a TV deal, if WWE's ratings keep slipping, best believe WWE will buy TNA.
Oh, I was thinking maybe they'd use more TNA since their ratings are still slipping.
No, if they keep slipping, they'll end up buying TNA to basically hedge the loss on WWE.
Hey, like they bought Triple A. Waiting on that TV deal.
Yep.
Waiting on that TV deal.
Don't have to go look for talent when they're already going to go to Triple A, and you can just pluck them from Triple A whenever you want.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been the show today. If there's one thing I gotta say, because I got the off-topic thing going on right now, actually been going on for almost an hour. If there's one thing I gotta say, is that when it comes to our wrestling and to the wrestling promotions that we watch, we just gotta sit back and pray and hope that 2025 is left in 2025 and 2026 be something different. Because if we get any indication that we're getting right now from our major promotions here in America with our professional wrestling, 2026 is going to be horrible. And we don't want that. We
all
do
the
not
more
want
reason
that
for
at
us
all.
to watch TNA so we can add some TNA coverage into the show. Not that I really have time to watch any more wrestling, but I'll make it happen.
Sure you do. You got a lot of time. Just like me, we got a lot of time to watch other wrestling.
I mean,
we just do this secretly. We just hide.
once I get saddled with like the kid falling asleep on me and I can't do anything, then yeah, I'll have some more time to watch some stuff. But we gotta add TNA into the mix because yeah, WWE sucks.
Hey, don't even worry about it. I'm already ahead of you. I'm already ahead of you. I'm working on making some TNA graphics for the show.
Okay.
And some
We can't
TNA
get too far
backgrounds
out
for
because
you
then
and
we're gonna
me.
start losing people. We start talking like Maple Leaf or anything, we're gonna lose too many people.
Oh yeah, look, I'm working on backgrounds for you and me for TNA wrestling, so I'm already ahead.
Okay.
I'm ahead of you on that one.
Okay.
So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been DS Walk. That's Daredevil Jamie. Thank you for watching our show. And remember, like and subscribe and share. And you will see different versions of Daredevil Jamie. You might see him in a wrestling mask next week.
Oh yeah.
The whole Giddy of luchador style. We take it all back to Lucha Underground, baby. So you're gonna see all that. And you know me, you're gonna see your boy DS still gonna look fly no matter what. So.
Tony Cox coming off the top rope.
The simple fact that you referred to me, Tony Cox, and he's a midget and I'm 6 foot tall.
Saying, I didn't say you had the same stature.
I can't. It's like it's coming off the top rope. Like Tony Cox is gonna be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Be a little bit different. I mean, when he come off the top rope, you just seeing his head and his itty bitty ass body look like a goddamn chihuahua coming down. You see me coming off the top rope, I look like a goddamn lion. Beast. A lion with a.
I forgive. I apologize. Please forgive.
Yeah. You look like a lion with my leg all bandaged up and my knees gave out on it, bro. So yeah, that's me. All right, y'all. We'll catch you guys Saturday afternoon. Enjoy your day. Be out of here.
Jesus, I gotta stop dropping this thing. Later.